the Canterbury Tales? Well, just a little quick something. For starters, the Canterbury Tales is a collection of stories. There is a competition on who can tell the best story for the pilgrims, there are 29 in total, who are traveling to the shrine of the martyr St. Thomas Becket of Canterbury. This is St. Thomas, and it was written in Middle English and published in 1475. And like these things. Chaucer depicts hypocrisy and natural human behavior in very religious society in the Canterbury Tales. I will be using 3 stories to further prove this point. Just a little background information of the society. Broken down into 3 estates: the church, the ones who prayed; the nobility, the ones who fought; and the peasantry, the ones who worked. Catholicism had a huge influence in the society. Catholic Church had a huge power over the people, and to go against the church would be a severe crime. Many have tried to live a holy life, but unfortunately, human behavior steps in. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. Romans 3:23, King James Version. The Cook's Tale. You didn't remember your question?
Hello, ladies and gents. I am Cook. I do believe it is my turn to tell a tale. I take you now to the life of a young apprentice. This apprentice was a master at preparing and selling all things food. He was as full of love, I may aver, as is a beehive full of honey sweet. Whenever there was a festival in town, he would leap away from his work in a heartbeat, just to join the crowd. His dancing skills were so refined that the community revered him as Perkin Reveler. However, his partying lifestyle ended up getting him in trouble. I quote his master, "Better take a rotten apple from the hole than let it spoil all the good ones there." In other words, his master was kicking him out of the house. He was then forced to find board with his friend and his friend's prostitute wife.
Go to view, present. Alright, next slide, please. Alright, the Cook's Tale. Perkin the Reveler was his name, but he kept playing around with the sinful games. You know, he was the guy that everybody loved. He was cheerful, he was happy, maybe a little ADHD, no offense to anybody. Like, he had poor listening skills, hard time remembering conversations, struggling to complete tasks, even the ones that seemed simple, extreme distractibility, wandering attention, makes it hard to stay on track, just like completing his job. And then I put it up here. The behavior demonstrated in this tale contradicts how a person should live in society. So, Perkin did not obey or complete his job or assignment from his boss. Instead, he went off and he did his own thing. He had no choice, he was fired eventually. And this is like how some people, with their walk with God, they do their own thing instead of fulfilling the assignment that God has for them. And since this Catholicism was such a big impact, like this is very important in their society. He fell for the Jezebel. Perkin had to move in with his accomplice and his prostitute wife. Although it doesn't really say they did anything, but the fact that it's prostitute wife, we can assume. And this is going back to the religion aspect of this, is wait for the person God has for you. Consider your body as a temple, for it is in your own. And when it says consider your body as a temple, it's like, you know, stay holy, stay clean, stay pure, which he didn't do, neither did his accomplice or prostitute wife. Well, just get calm. That's stuff. The partner's tale. Stay tuned.
Hey, he's a friend of mine. Who killed him?
Why, Death did.
Oh, that guy again. Let's make an oath to find Death and kill him. Hey, how come you ain't dead yet, old man?
You spy for death.
You're looking for death? You'll find him over there.
We should wait till sundown before we take this back. Go to town and get us some drinks.
3 drinks, Governor.
Here, they're in bottles.
Have you got any strong poison?
So we get him when he comes back, and then our share will be even bigger. My old friend. Let's drink to more treasure.
The simple tale concludes that if you go looking for death, you'll be sure to find it.
The partners still. Alright, 3 men, love to drink. They want to go find death and try to kill him. Because that's such a bright idea to find death. They end up killing each other. And they, ended up finding death. And relating this back, birds of a feather flock together. And relating back to the religion aspect, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. That comes from Proverbs 27:12 and 93. So what's that saying? It's like, relating back to that, they flock together. So you're going to become who you hang around. Trying to find death. Well, people risk their lives and souls to have that feeling and try to be satisfied, even if that means going against God. So in that society, instead of, okay, I'm going to go to church today, I'm going to go tithe, no, let's go to the pub, let's go drink, let's go do something else. We go to church every other time, so let's just chill today. No, I'm not supposed to do that. Anything for the money. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. 1 Timothy 6:10. The Knight's Tale. You know the routine. Skip it a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, just a little bit. Keep going a little bit. Alright.
The score stands at 3 lances to none in favor of Sir Ector. Lord Philip of Aragon, stand you ready. Sir Ector, stand you ready.
This is just a logo kind of version of it. Or Lego, sorry.
Practice is his target. You never have a strike.
Let me know with details.
Landscape then. Stay on the horse. He needs 3 points to beat you, so a broken lance won't win it for him. He has to knock you off the horse.
I never had a score, Roland. I've waited my whole life for this moment.
You played your whole life for sweat, did he shot himself to death?
Get it in the cradle, get it in the cradle.
We'll just keep it like that. Alright, so 2 men fighting over one girl at the help of gods, and they're fighting to the death over a girl, and then Palamon ends up feeling bad. So he gets the girl and kills his friend. They were sworn cousins and brothers. The line grows before females. They run out the door, and to prevent a dispute, they should have just waited for the one like God has for them. And they asked others. In this case,
this is a reminder that when the bell rings at the end of
they
this
asked the
period,
gods
that
for
everyone
help.
reports
And then
to
first
their
off,
club
the
or
gods,
to their
and not
club
the one
day
true God.
homeroom.
So
Thank
that
you.
means that they were kind of non-believers, and that really goes against the society. They would have been put to jail or even death for that. And then they were fighting each other. And I've read some scriptures over there. It says, second is this, love your neighbor as thyself. There is no greater commandment than these. Mark 12:31. And then do others as you them do to you. Luke 6:31. And then he had the guilty feeling, which is, it's part of human behavior. It's part of our nature. So it's normal. And it could also be the feeling of conviction, because once you do sin, some people do feel that feeling of conviction, and they feel they have to do something else. So in my conclusion, Chaucer depicts human behavior into these tales. Even though the society tried to act like they were early, some were not and were open about it. The behavior in the tales selected contradict the society standards and the morals of the medieval times. Some of the tales would be looked down upon and possibly used for what not to do.